Hi guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. I've missed you guys. It's been like I think a month since I dropped any vlog. I have something to talk about today. I'm just going to dive straight into what I have to talk about today. I am not a relationship therapist. I'm not a relationship expert. I'm not a marriage counselor or anything. But normally there are some things that just make sense, and when it comes to my mind, I just want to share and talk about it and then hear from you guys. First of all, guys, I want to ask, please, which one is 15 years relationship before marriage? Which one is 8 years relationship before marriage? Are you actually getting to know me or getting to knack me? 8 years! It doesn't mean that if you court for a very long time, you would have a healthy relationship. And it doesn't also mean that if you court for a short time, your marriage will break. If you know, actually, really. I feel like there are some things you should know before you get married. The first mistake you would make is allowing someone talk you into getting married to your partner, allowing someone manipulate you into getting married, or allow your parents, your friends, or your colleagues or people to talk you into getting married to someone. Now, do not ever marry out of manipulation, out of pity, out of gratitude, out of pressure. Let it be something you want to do yourself. Let it be you wanting to marry this person. Don't marry someone because they are good in bed. Do not marry someone because they are religious. Let your reasons be that you care a lot about this person and this person also cares a lot about you. Let it be that you love that person so much enough to spend the rest of your life with them. Let it be that you trust this person enough to be vulnerable around them, enough to put and share the whole of your life, the whole of your forever with this person. Let that be your reason for getting married, not because the person is good in bed, the person is good. Most people actually, their main reason for getting married to a woman is because the person is religious. Being religious doesn't mean that this person will be a good wife, or this person will cook good meals for you, or this person will be able to plan your life with. Do not ever ignore red flags. If you see red flags, I'm not saying immediately you see the red flag, you should pack your shoes and then run. No. There's some red flags that can be changed. Also know that marriage is not magic. Marriage is not something that would magically change someone, except that person intends or has intention of changing. The person has to be willing to change before that change can happen. It is not marriage that automatically changes people. So don't marry somebody when you're seeing a lot of red flags and then you now marry the person because you feel that when we get married, the person will change. Hey, you are in for due. Do not get married if you still have secrets, if you have something you're hiding from your partner, if you do not feel comfortable enough to share that big secret with your partner. Don't set a wedding date. Except you are comfortable enough to share with this person, do not set a wedding date. If you are somebody who does not know how to forgive, don't bother. In marriage, you're going to forgive your partner 1 zillion times over and over and over and over again. A lot of shitty things will happen in your marriage. It's not a cause. So now you should know that just because somebody is bad for you doesn't mean that that person is not good for another person. Women think that when you and a guy breaks up now, then you see him with another girl. You're already gisting your friend that say, no mind, she goes suffer am. Ah, that guy, serious. Some people are compatible and some people are not. Do not get married to someone because of where do I start from. The fact that that person is not good enough for you doesn't mean that a better person will not come to you. It doesn't also mean that that person will not meet someone who is compatible with them and who is good for them. Now, before you go into marriage, I want you to have this mindset. There would always be someone who is prettier than your wife, who is handsome than your husband, who is richer than your husband, who is smarter, intelligent, sexier, cuter than your partner. Love in marriage is not a feeling, it's not an emotion. Love in marriage is a decision. You have to decide to love this person for the rest of your life. You have to decide that this is the only person I want to be with for the rest of my life. Your decision to always be with this one person for the rest of your life is what you need to take with you when you're going into that marriage. If you have a mindset of, okay, I want to do this, let's see how it goes. There's nothing like let's see how it goes in marriage. If you're going into marriage with a mindset of let's see how it goes, don't even bother going into that marriage. But you need to be very good friend with whoever you are getting married to. And sometimes we have best friends outside our partners, yeah. But make sure this person in your friend. I'm going to tell you the truth that many people do not tell themselves or many people do not see. It is not love that makes a marriage last a lifetime. It is not love that makes marriage last forever. No, it is not. It is friendship. Whether you want to agree with me or not, love fades in marriage. Even normally, say we they do relationships, sometimes it fades. It is the friendship and the commitments that now make sure the marriage is still tight enough to stay or to last a lifetime or to last years. Don't marry someone only because you're in love with the person. Marry the person for a lot of reasons, not just love alone. Because trust me, love fades. Or most women, when they get married, they start loving their kids. Okay, when they get married and start having kids, they start loving their kids and training their husbands instead of training their kids and loving their husbands. So you need to go into that marriage with a mindset of I am loving all of my family. So when you're having kids, you're still loving your husband. You're not switching the love to your kids and then start training your husband. Your husband is not the one who needs training, it's your kids, and you should love your husband. So when you're going into marriage, you need to have that mindset. I'm gonna love my husband, I'm gonna love my family. I'm not gonna pick my kids all the time over my husband. Ask yourself this: does he match my energy? Does he match my vibe? Does she match my vibe? Does he match my vibe? Because vibe is also very important. Vibe is what makes that friendship very, very tight. I talked about friendship being one of the important things when you're getting married. But before you have that friendship, before you have that bond that you call friendship, be sure that this person matches your energy. There are some things you need to talk about with your partner. I'll give you a list. Bills. Talk about how you're going to pay your bills when you get married. You need to talk about your parenting styles. We all grew up with different parents. We all grew up in different parenting backgrounds. You need to talk about how much you make. A lot of people do not like to have the conversations about how much they make, especially men. They do not really like to tell women how much they make so that at least you would know the standard you want to live within. Because your wife cannot be expecting an extravagant life when you do not make enough to carry that lifestyle. So you need to have conversations around how much you both make enough to live a certain standard. You also need to talk about religion. That is, if you both are not of the same religion, I mean Christianity and Islam. So you need to also have a conversation around that. You need to talk about dealing with family members. Most people, especially men, I think men of the Igbo tribe do this a lot. Immediately they get married, there's one of their brother's son that is moving in with them. There's one of their brother's son or daughter that is coming to train in their house, and then before you know it, your wife is choked with other people's children she needs to take care of, or other family members that is moving into her house all of a sudden that she needs to take care of. So you need to talk about family members, how to deal with them, how to handle family members' needs, how to handle just have conversations around it. Just talk about your childhood and growing up. Talk about what has happened while when you were small, what happened when you were growing up, the things, do not let something come to your wife as a shocker eventually when you get married. We need to talk about sexual expectations. Some people have a higher libido than the other. So in most cases, you need to either ensure that your libido kind of matches your partner's own, or you find ways around it. Talk about it so that both of you would not have issues with this kind of things eventually when you get married, because you already know how this person is when it comes to sexual intimacy. You need to talk about this. People run away from this conversation. If you're somebody who likes to have sex 6 times in a week, talk about. I noticed something, guys. I noticed that people who do this no sex before marriage thing, they get married faster. I mean, they get married within a year or two when they start dating, maybe 6 months. They get married earlier because I feel like the guy is quickly interested in having her. I think they get married. I might be wrong, but that is what I think. And people who are not necessarily those no sex before married people who can have sex before married, Those ones we cut and cut and cut and date and date and date for years, and then they'll just be the guy will just be collecting free knacks, and they're not really bothered about getting married. If marriage comes, because I mean, there's nothing new when they get married. Whatever works for you, though, guys. But me, I believe in tasting the stuff before you, because so that you will know if this person matches my sexual vibe or not. I'm just saying, you need to talk about your family health history. You need to talk about your mental health history. Things you should know. It's not like you now marry somebody now. At the end of the day, when your child start having squishes, you will not know that maybe your wife, I mean your husband has somebody in their family that has squishes in their head. Talk about it though. I'm just saying, talk about ASAA, talk about your genotype, your blood group. It is important, guys. Talk about your dreams, your bucket list, your plans, what you aspire to have, where you see yourself, what you want to achieve in the next 5 years, so that your partner would work with you, so that you guys can work hand in hand to be able to achieve goals, separate goals, not even goals together, separate goals, because everybody have their own personal career and goals in life. Just talk about a lot of things as much as you can. That's just the idea. Whatever it is, just do what works for you. But some things are just very necessary and important, which is what I have just stated. So if you find this vlog helpful and interesting, please give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and put on your notification button. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next vlog. Bye.